Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rashawn427. Today, I actually giving you guys a top 5. This is my top 5 greatest Bad Blood matches of all time. And this is actually a match that took place 97 Bad Blood, '03, and '04. Now, this is actually one of the shortest pay-per-view. This is only the 4th event that they've ever done. And it's interesting to actually bring it back because they usually have done like 8, 10 of them, like Judgment Day, Armageddon, Unforgiven. All those shows had at least like 8, 9 shows, but this one is one of the shortest ones. So this is actually a pretty easy list for me actually to come up with this top 5. But now, get into my top 5. First off, at a number 5 spot, I'm actually going to go with Randy Orton versus Shelton Benjamin. And this actually took place at the '04 Bad Blood. And I thought it was a really, really great match right here. It was kind of like a open challenge type of thing that Randy Orton kind of did. But I thought it was a really, really fun match. I mean, you have Randy Orton and Shelton Benjamin, two of the best that like pretty much have ever been there and stuff like that. So this was just a really, really fun match. Just a really, really good match right here. And of course, Randy Orton actually picked up the victory inside this match. That's what Randy Orton actually did. He actually picked up the victory inside this match. And this was actually right before Randy Orton ascended to actually drop the Intercontinental Championship and actually move on to the world title. But this was like his last title defense before he actually lost. I believe he lost the Edge at Vengeance, I want to say, is when he actually lost the Edge. So this is a really, really fun match, and I really, really enjoyed this match. Getting into the 4th match, it's actually from the same show. I'm going to go with Chris Benoit versus Kane. Now, this actually was one of the times the world title actually didn't main event the show, because this was actually a Raw exclusive show. But yeah, Chris Benoit versus Kane, this is a really, really fun match right here as well. Really, really enjoyed it. It was definitely kind of a filler match. Let's get Chris Benoit to the next show, because like, okay, you got the 2 top guys on Raw. They're tied up. So who could Benoit face? You go with Kane, and he actually won. I believe he won a Battle Royal to actually get inside this match and actually face Benoit inside this match. But I actually really, really enjoyed this match. And this definitely was when Kane was a heel at this time, because he always went back and forth. Him and Big Show always went back and forth, the heel, the baby face. But this is Benoit pretty much still in his prime. Like after this, he kind of went out of his prime. But this is Benoit still in his prime. They didn't main event the show, but they put on a really, really good match on this show, and I really, really enjoyed this. Benoit actually retained the World Heavyweight Championship and actually went on to actually hold it for a few more months before actually dropping it to Randy Orton when he became the youngest world champion of all time. 3rd match on the show. Now, I don't know how people actually feel about this match. I've heard mixed things about this match. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, Hell in a Cell match, Bad Blood 2004. This is all from the same show. This is the main event of that show. And I really felt this match really drug on for too long for me personally. Like, I was just like, okay, they did everything. And it was kind of like they did the last man standing. So this is like the build-up, the big payoff to the match. And I feel like Triple H winning. And I believe Shawn Michaels was hurt at this time. So maybe that's why he won. But I feel like Triple H winning was like, I mean, that babyface doesn't have to always win, but I feel like that was just like, Then they shook hands the next night on Raw. But, I mean, it was a good match, but I don't feel like it's up there with, like, the greatest Hell in a Cell match. I know maybe some people feel like that, but I don't feel like it's there with the greatest ones. Maybe I have to rewatch it, but I remember the last time I was watching, I was like, this is just, it's a good match, but it's not up there. And with especially how long this feud was going on, this was 2 years in the making. They've been feuding. This is pretty much, I believe I want to say they fought on Raw one time, but this is pretty much their blow-off match, their big match they had. But Triple H actually won pedigree in the middle of the ring. He did go on to face Benoit 2 times for the title after this, so maybe that was why he actually won. But I just felt like Triple H winning wasn't a really right call, just for me personally, but that's my personal opinion. Number 2 is Triple H again, Hell in a Cell match, Triple H and Hell in a Cell match, which I believe he has the record. I want to say he has been more than Undertaker versus Kevin Nash, Mick Foley's special guest referee. I know it was a really, really good match right here. I thought that this was the conclusion to Kevin Nash, and to be honest, after this feud, he just will decline. To be completely honest, I believe he tore his quads at SummerSlam that year, but it was like he came in, he was a big deal, and then he feuded with Triple H, and then it was just like, okay, he cut his hair. He was with the NWO. I believe he tore his quads the year before, but then he was coming back. He missed Mania, missed a bunch of time, because I believe it was like he was out for like a year or close to a year, because he came back in April. That's when he did the stuff at Backlash, at Judgment Day, and all built to this. I really, really enjoyed this match. I enjoyed this probably way more than the Shawn Michaels match I just talked about before. I probably enjoyed this one more, but yeah, just a really, really good match. And Triple H actually picked up the victory inside this match. He retained. Of course, this was during his Super Ranch era right here, and when he was just beating everybody left and right and keep moving on to the next person. But yeah, I just really enjoyed this match. Even though Kevin Nash's run really wasn't that great, but I thought this is probably the best thing out of his whole run. Not his first run, his second run in WWE. Number one match, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Shawn Michaels vs. Undertaker, Bad Blood, 1997. What kicked it all off? First ever Hell in a Cell match. This really set the tone of what Hell in a Cell is, what Hell in a Cell could be. Because this was like, it was a cage match, but then they left room for you to walk out, and then it was a dome on top. And the stuff they did inside this match really, really set the bar high. I mean, they even upped it the next year when they did it at King of the Ring. But yeah, this was just a fantastic match. I really, really enjoyed this. I know some people still consider it to be the best. I feel like there's a couple Hell in a Cell matches that I prefer over this one. I don't feel like that this is the best Hell in a Cell match of all time. I definitely say it's still top 5, but number 1, I can't. It just some of the matches I actually seen in my generation, so that has something to do with it. But I definitely think this is still a top 5 Hell in a Cell match. But I just don't think it's number 1 Hell in a Cell match. But it is number 1 Bad Blood matches of all time. And that's my number 1 spot. Of course, you had the debut of Kane. He's the reason Shawn Michaels actually picked up the victory, which this led to the Montreal Screwjob, to Shawn Michaels facing Austin, and it all led to Undertaker and Kane squaring off in their match, in their long feud leading up to WrestleMania. But yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about what do you think about my top 5 Bad Blood matches of all time, greatest Bad Blood matches of all time from all 3 of those shows? I definitely could see 1 or 2, maybe 3 matches from this new show making it on to a top 5, because not that many shows, so it's really not that much to go on. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.